Hi guys, good morning. So let us start now with the chapter of mathematics which is polynomials. Now this is chapter number 2 in the CBSE book, and for all the other states, even if they are watching this video, you can search for this chapter polynomials. It is a very important chapter. Uh, as far as the examination point of view, of course, you should expect around 8 to 10 marks of question alone coming from this chapter. And without this chapter, I do not think that you would be able to score good marks in class 10th. So it is very important chapter. Now without wasting time, let's directly start with the topic polynomials. Before I start, once again, my name is Gautam Jain, and I normally teach technically everything because I just love teaching. And if you are, by the way, new candidate altogether, because we have just started, few of the videos, what you need to do is just click on the subscribe button. After that, you would be able to see the playlist, and in the playlist, just search for class 9 section, and you would be able to see videos like this, that is of science and maths. Okay. So let's start. So what exactly do you mean by the word polynomials? It's a word which is made up of two partial words, that is poly and meals or polynomials. Poly means many, P-O-L-Y means many. So many, meals means terms. So poly means जिसके अंदर बहुत सारी terms होती हैं. So polynomials will be a mathematical expression in which there is going to be normally one variable and there are going to be some powers on it. Okay. So what do you mean by the word polynomial? Polynomial means it can be a mathematical expression in which there are multiple terms in it. What do you mean by terms? So before that, we need to understand what do you mean by the word variable and what do you mean by the word constant. What do you mean by the word variable and what do you mean by the word constant? Now when I am using the word variable, that means vary. Vary means something which can change. What do you mean by the word constant? Constant means something which is not changing irrespective of its position, irrespective of its place. Let's say, for example, if I am saying that my weight is 75 kgs, okay, then 75 kgs it is going to be right over here. Even if I take 2 steps onto the right, it is still going to be 75. If I'm going to take 2 steps on the left, it is still going to be 75. So that's a constant weight. But of course, if I'm going to change my position and if I'm going to say stand at the peak of the Everest, it is going to change a bit. But let's not go over there. So आपके simple language के अंदर, if I'm talking about the word variable and constant, then anything in which the value can be changed or can be substituted differently. For example, the words letters X, Y, A, M, N, etc., etc., etc. All of these letters are showing you the variables. Variables means they can change to any value or they can convert themselves to any value. Say for example, X is equals to 5. Now I feel like writing X is equals to 5, but it is not compulsory that you also feel like writing X equals to 5. So you said no, X should be equals to minus 4 upon 5. Your answer is coming as minus 4 upon 5. My answer is coming as 4 upon 5. No problem. Both of them or both of us, can be right if it is a quadratic equation. We will study about quadratic equation. So that means that X is equals to 5 and X equals to minus 4 by 5. So can you see the values are different, they are not same, and that's the reason why X keeps on changing. So any term which keeps on changing will be known as variable, in which you can change the values. But numbers like 8, 4, 6, 7, all of these numbers are constant throughout. They will not change their values. So even if you go to China, 8 will be known as 8, of course in their own language, but the meaning of 8 will be 8. 4 will be 4, 6 will be 6 in Australia, in India, in America, in anywhere at all. 7, it would not change. So any particular values which is not going to change will be known as constant, and which is going to change is known as variable. So I'm going to write an expression. So suppose I've written 7x minus 5. 7x minus 5. What is a constant? This is a constant. What is a constant? This is a constant. What is variable? This is variable. So this is constant. This is variable. And this is constant again. Let's take another example. Let's take the example as 3x square plus 8. 3x square plus 8. Now there are certain other terms also which normally teachers use, so I'm going to tell you those also. So just in the case when you go to school, whenever there's a so-called lockdown reopens, and once you're going to go to your school, so you should not get, oh sir, we never knew about this term. Anything which is before, anything or any number which is before a variable is known as coefficient. Coefficient, okay. Now what do you mean by the word coefficient? So coefficient technically means what? That is any number which is before variable. And of course you have to take the sign also. What sign? 3. Now ahead of it there is no sign, and that's the reason why this will be positive 3. So plus 3. So this is coefficient. What about 8? This is constant. Sir, but right now in the previous example you said the word constant. That was just to show what is constant and what is variable. Ideally anything which comes before the variable will be known as constant. Okay. Now hopefully you all guys should be knowing about the words ascending and the descending order. So what do you mean by the ascending order and what do you mean by the word descending order? Ascending order means from lower powers to higher powers. And descending means from higher powers towards the lower powers. So remember, ascending means from lower to higher. So I'm just writing a shortcut. Then comes the word descending, from higher to lower. Okay. So ascending means from lower to higher and descending means from higher to lower. Now suppose somebody has written a question something like this. 6x minus 7x to the power 4 plus 4x square plus 3. Now they're asking you, is this written in the standard format? No, this is not written in the standard format. Why? Because you always need to write expression in the descending order. So descending order means this one. That means from higher to lower. So how should I write this? I should write something like this. Minus 7x to the power 4. Then the lower degree is plus 4x square. Then plus 6x and then plus 3. Now somebody might ask you, what is the coefficient of x square? 4. What is the coefficient of x? 6. What is the coefficient of x to the power 4? Minus 7. Now a much more simple trick, and then exactly 2 exercises are going to get over. Can I write it like this? Minus 7x to the power 4. Then there is no x cube. Can you see x to the power 3? I can't see it. So it's going to be plus 0x cube. Sir, why have you written 0x cube? Because 0 multiplied by any variable is ultimately going to give you 0. Then plus 4x square, then plus 6x, then plus 3. Now somebody asked you, can you please tell us what is the highest power, or what is the highest power of the variable? It's 4. And the highest power of any expression which is a polynomial is known as degree. So I'm writing it over here. Highest power is known as what? It is known as degree. Oh. Got it? So what is the highest power over here? It was 4. Now random questions. What is the coefficient of 4x square? I don't know. I've forgotten. I'm suffering from this disease. I just don't know. I just forget all of a sudden. So can you please do write it in the comment section. What is the degree of this equation because I can't figure it out. I think it's 0. No, it's 7. Sorry, it's 6. Forget it. So you need to tell me, by the way, what is the coefficient for x square. Okay. So hopefully now, till now, what have you understood? You have understood what do you mean by the word polynomial? What do you mean by the word variables and constant? So variables will be normally shown by small letters and they will be the letters in the English alphabet. X, Y, A, B, C, D, G, H, anything at all, whatsoever you feel like. Then comes the word ascending and descending. So whenever you have to write the polynomial in the standard form, descending order, okay. When if you're thinking that some power is missing, then you can add up a 0 and can form a standard equation like this also. It depends on your teacher of the respective school in which you are in. If they say no, this is not the way to write, don't write this, write like this. You have already understood, got it? Okay, now, so let's now come back to the word polynomials. Now, what all are polynomials? So I'm just writing certain equations on the board and then let's start discussing one by one whether they are polynomials or not polynomials. So first I'm writing a question, x square minus 2x plus 1. Second question, x cube plus 5x to the power 4 minus 3x plus 4. Third question, root x plus 1 by root x. Then comes fourth question, x to the power minus half plus x cube minus 8. Next, x to the power 6 minus 7x to the power minus 4 plus 3 x to the power minus 1 plus 2 root x. Now, let's start discussing one by one. Now, what actually is going to be polynomial? Very simple. Whenever you are going to see any expression which is written over there, simple part, x should not have a power which is in minus or which should be in minus sign. So you cannot use any expression with a negative sign as a polynomial. Okay. Second part, now of course there are certain exceptions in this because you need to expand, but I will tell you later on. First part is this, that negative powers of x should not be over there. Now if you don't know, then I am telling you this, please do pay attention. If suppose somebody has written x to the power minus 1, that means it is written as 1 upon x. Suppose somebody has written x to the power minus 3, so it is going to be written as 1 upon x cube. So the power, if the power is in negative, then it becomes a reciprocal. Okay, so it will come in the denominator. Now, so how to identify polynomials? Very simple. If the powers of x are normal natural numbers, then, or even the whole numbers, then no problem. But if they are integers with a negative sign, then of course you need to again see it whether it is a polynomial or not. So let's see whether the answer number 1 or the question written on the board is a polynomial. X square, highest power is 2. That means what is the degree of this equation? 2. Is this a polynomial? Yes, there is this natural number x. Whenever there is no power on x, it is always 1. Always 1. So the trick is, जब भी किसी के ऊपर में कोई भी पावर नहीं होती है, जिसके ऊपर में कुछ भी नहीं होता है, जिसके पास में कोई भी नहीं होता, उसका कौन होता है? भगवान. Right? That's what mom teaches us. भगवान 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 होता है हर तरफ. तो जिसके ऊपर में भी कोई नहीं होता उसका कौन होता है? भगवान. भग को हटाओ 1. So it's a simple trick. So remember x square, x1, which is a natural number, and there is no x at all. So no problem. It's a polynomial. See question number 2. What is the degree of this equation? The degree of the equation is 3. No? What do you think? The degree should be 1. No, I think the degree should be 4. Common sense, guys, you need to see the highest positive power of x. Everything has got a positive power, sir, but there is no power. As I told you, जब किसी का कोई नहीं होता, उसका कौन होगा? 1. So that means that the highest power of x is 1. No? The highest power of x is 4. So if the highest power of x is 4, so what is the degree of the equation? That is 4. That's simple. Now, so is it a polynomial? Of course, yes, it is a polynomial because none of the variable has got a negative power. Let's see this. Any power of x which is in fraction or which is in square roots, cube roots, fourth roots, anything at all, not applicable, guys. It's not going to work. So even if I do the cross multiplication, the root x multiplied by root x will become x plus 1, but upon root x. It is not. So that means this is not a polynomial. Any kind of fractional powers, not allowed. Any kind of decimal numbers, not allowed. Where? Not on the coefficient, on the powers. Okay, so this is not allowed. Why? Because this can be written as x to the power half, because square root means 1 by 2 plus 1 upon x to the power half. So fractional numbers strictly not allowed to define polynomials. Next, x to the power minus 1 by 2. Even if I change this with this, so x to the power minus half can be written as 1 upon x to the power half. Not applicable with a negative sign. So is it a polynomial? No, it's not a polynomial. What do you think about this? 6 is okay, but minus 4 is going to create trouble. So is this a polynomial? No, this is not a polynomial because there is square root of x and so on and so forth. Now, n number of times I have seen students actually getting confused. Suppose the question comes something like this. Root 2x cube minus 3x square plus 4x minus 8. Sir, is this a polynomial? Of course, yes, it is a polynomial. Sir, but there is a square root sign. Numbers can be in square root, numbers can be in decimal, numbers can be in fraction, but guys, the highest power or the powers of the variable cannot be in fraction, decimal or negative numbers. Even after solving, if they are, if their powers are getting or going to come as positive, no issues with that. But otherwise, the answer is going to be what? So is this a polynomial? Of course, yes. Why? Because what is the coefficient of x cube? Root 2. What is the coefficient of minus 3x square? It is minus 3. What is the coefficient of x? It is 4. Correct? Okay. Now, so till now what we have studied is what do you mean by the word polynomials? What do you mean by the word variable, constant, coefficients, how to define a polynomial and so on and so forth. Now let's try and do some simple questions. They are pretty easy questions for you. I'm sure guys, you guys are much more cooler than this question. Now suppose these guys will ask you, now normally they represent a polynomial something like this. So where f stands for function, they can show it by p also. P stands for polynomial. So f of x, that means the variable is x. Okay, so the variable is x. So it should be equals to, let's say suppose x cube minus 5. Now they'll ask you a question like this. Find f1, f0, f minus 2. Sir, now what to do? Guys, very simple as I told you. Wherever you are going to find x, simply put down these values one by one. How? Let's see. f1 should be equals to 1 cube minus 5. So it is going to be 1 minus 5 is minus 4. Because 1 cube is 1. So 1 minus 5 is minus 4. That's all. f0. Wherever you are going to find x, put 0 over there. 0 cube minus 5. So answer is minus 5. Let's put f minus 2. So f minus 2 should be equals to minus 2 whole cube minus 5. Minus 2 ka cube is going to be minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2. So it's going to be minus 8. Minus 8 minus 5. So it's going to be minus 13. That's all. That's so simple, guys. It's done and set. Congratulations, you have already completed the exercise number first and the exercise number second for your own book. I don't think the exercise number 2 would be entirely completed, but yes. I think it should be. Now the last question, let's discuss the last question. Suppose they can ask you something like this also. Find the root. Find the 0 or they can ask you find the zero or root of polynomial. So let's say, suppose they have given you a question like this: px should be equals to x minus 5. Now this time they are not asking you to put down the value of 0 right over here. What they are asking you, find the 0 or root of px. That means what is the answer of x. So let's understand, find the 0. So you are always going to write it like this: px should be equals to x minus 5 should be equals to 0. Whenever they are going to ask you find the 0 or the root, always put the question equals to 0. Now, very simple, find out the answer. X minus 5 equals to 0, so x will remain over here and minus 5 will go to the right hand side and it will convert into what? 5. That's all is the answer. So the root of the equation is 5. So I'm going to give you today, those guys who are already on the WhatsApp group. If not, I'll write the number on the link. You can contact that particular person and he's going to add your number in the group. And then what you need to do is I'm going to send your snaps of your own textbook and then you need to do those questions. And of course, guys, after doing those questions, you need to click the photographs and send it on the WhatsApp group back again for the power of checking. Thank you so much, guys. Lovely time with you. Let's meet tomorrow and let's complete this chapter. Okay. Remember, this Sunday there's going to be a test on polynomials as well as on the science first chapter, which we have done, the day before yesterday. So those two chapters, there's going to be a test. Get ready, guys. And remember, the target marks is very simple. It's on. On means full, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Enjoy. Bye-bye.